It's time to introduce this year's Sunshine State Young Reader Award program for students in 3rd through 5th grade. And we'll start by listening to these 15 book talks. Afterwards, we'll explain how the program works. Enjoy! A Whole New Ball Game by Phil Bildner. It's about best friends Rib and Red, and their 5th grade year is nothing like they expected. They have a crazy new tattooed teacher, Mr. Acevedo, who doesn't believe in tests or homework, and their new basketball coach is also Mr. Acevedo. Easygoing Rip is knocked completely out of his comfort zone, and changes are even harder for Red, who has autism and needs things to be a certain way. But together, maybe the two can find a way to make a difference in the classroom and on the court. Read all about it in A Whole New Ball Game. When Robot Roz opens her eyes for the first time, she discovers that she's alone on a remote wild island. In The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. With no idea how she got there or why, Roz knows she has to figure out how to survive and adapt to her surroundings. Will Roz learn from the island's unwelcoming animals? Will she be able to deal with her mysterious past? Read all about it in the first of its series, The Wild Robot. Teddy Mars, Almost a World Record Breaker by Molly Burnham. This is a very funny book. Teddy Mars wants to stand out, which is very hard to do in a big family. With the help of his best friends Lonnie and Viva, Teddy tries building the biggest snow mound, stuffing himself with the most grapes, and lifting a chair with his teeth. He'll try anything, even if it means sleeping in a tent and cleaning up pigeon poop for the grumpy pigeon man. Will Teddy be able to make a real world record, even while his brother's always getting in the way? Read Teddy Mars, Almost a World Record Breaker to find out. Allie First at Last by Angela Cervantes. There's no better feeling in the world than stepping up to the winner's podium and holding a trophy high in the air. At least that's what 5th grader Allie thinks. Allie has never finished first in anything. Lately, her science project is ruined, and then her best friend starts hanging out with someone else. Now Allie is determined to win a school contest with a presentation about her great-grandfather who won the first Congressional Medal of Honor in their town. Can Allie take the top prize and win back a friend? Or will she lose it all? Read Allie First at Last to find out. What's a bird to do when a sibling is a big-time celebrity? In Night of the Living Worms by Dave Coverley, that's the question Speed Bump has to deal with every single morning. See, his brother happens to be the one and only early bird. But fortunately, Speed Bump is a sleepy little bird with a big head and tiny wings, who's worried he'll never live up to his brother. One day, Speed Bump and his buddy Slingshot end up on an adventure deep in the nighttime forest, where they are forced to confront something more terrifying and slimier than they've ever imagined. Read all about it in Night of the Living Worms. The Vanishing Coin by Kate Egan with Mike Lane. It's about a 4th grader named Mike who can't get the hang of math. forgets his homework, and has trouble staying still in school. If getting sent to the principal's office on the first week of school wasn't bad enough, now his parents won't even let him play soccer. Instead, he has to spend after-school hours with Nora, his gifted next-door neighbor. One afternoon, Mike discovers the wonder of magic, and he thinks he might have finally found something he's good at after all. Read all about it in The Vanishing Coin. Maxie's Secrets, or What You Can Learn from a Dog, by Lynn Plord. Timony knows that moving to a new town is going to be rough. He is about to start middle school and is a target for bullies. But Timony is comforted by his new friend Maxie, a gentle giant of a dog. The family quickly discovers Maxie is deaf, so Timony becomes determined to help her. But when Timony gets bullied at school, Maxie ends up helping him. There's so much more than what's on the surface in this story of love and friendship. Read all about it in Maxie's Secrets, or What You Can Learn from a Dog. You're halfway through your homework, and the director of the FBI keeps texting you for help. What do you do? Save your grade or save your country? If you're Florian Bates, you figure out a way to do both. In Framed, a Toast Mystery by James Ponti, Florian just moved to Washington, D.C. and learned his way around by using TOAST, which stands for Theory of All Small Things. He invented the technique to solve life's little mysteries, like where to sit on the first day of school, or which Chinese restaurant has the best egg rolls. But when he teaches it to his new friend, they uncover a not-so-little mystery that involves the National Gallery, the FBI, and a notorious mafia syndicate known as EEL. Can Florian decipher the clues and finish his homework in time to help the FBI solve the case? And before the mafia catches him? Read Framed to find out. The Race is On in Pugs of the Frozen North by Philip Reeve and Sarah McIntyre. The race to the top of the world, it comes around once in a lifetime. And the prize? The magic Snow Father will grant you a wish. Shen and Sika can't resist the chance to win, but the competition is fierce. Winning won't be easy with snow trolls, sea monsters, and a gang of hungry yetis along the way. But Shen and Sika have something that other contestants don't have. 66 pugs. Let the race begin. Read all about it in Pugs of the Frozen North. The Hero Two Doors Down by Sharon Robinson. It's based on the real story of Stephen Satlow from Brooklyn, New York. Stephen loves the Brooklyn Dodgers and can't believe his luck when his favorite baseball player, Jackie Robinson, moves into his neighborhood. Written by Jackie Robinson's daughter, this story tells a tale of unlikely friendship between a boy and his hero. Check it out. My Brother is a Superhero by David Solomons. Luke was just your average comic book fan until his boring teacher's pet helps old ladies across the street brother Zach got turned into a superhero. Luke can't believe the unfairness of it all. He's the one with the encyclopedic knowledge of everything from Ant-Man to Wolverine. At least he can help Zach, a.k.a. Star Guy, with all the important parts of becoming a superhero, like picking his name, learning to use his newfound powers, and deciding whether or not to wear a cape. Can Luke help his superhero brother get out of trouble? And with the help of their neighbor Lara, can they help Star Guy save the world? Read all about it in My Brother is a Superhero. Will He Make It in Space by Greg Trine is about an Earth-dwelling fourth grader named Willie Make It, who couldn't be more excited about his school field trip to Planet Ed. Willie's class will blast off for the afternoon, learn about outer space, and be home in time for dinner. But when he wanders off, Willie ends up being left behind. Can Willie and his friends outsmart the big, hungry monsters on Planet Ed? Read all about it in Willie Make It in Space. Castle Hangnail by Ursula Vernon. Molly shows up to apply for the job of the Wicked Witch, but the castle's minions are not sure about her. After all, she's only 12 and way too polite. The castle needs a master, or else it will close down, leaving all the minions without a home. The Board of Magic says Molly must complete some tasks if the castle will remain open. Molly has some secrets that might ruin everything. Read to find out if Molly is wicked enough to save Castle Hangnail. Save Me a Seat by Sarah Weeks and Geeta Varadarajan. Ravi, an excellent fifth grader who moved from India to New Jersey, only to find out his skills aren't always liked at his new school, Albert Einstein Elementary. Joe has always lived in New Jersey and attends the same school. But since he has an auditory processing disorder and other situations, Joe does not like school very much. Both boys discover, as they experience things in the book, that life is not always as it seems. They discover friendship comes in unexpected ways in Save Me a Seat. So check it out. A Dragon's Guide to the Care and Feeding of Humans by Lawrence Yep and Joanne Ryder. Miss Drake is an irritable dragon with a new pet human. 10-year-old Winnie somehow thinks Miss Drake is her pet. How ridiculous! Winnie loves to draw and sketch pictures of all the new creatures she sees. But she accidentally brings to life her sketchings of the mysterious and fantastic creatures hidden in San Francisco. The city may never be the same. Read all about it in A Dragon's Guide to the Care and Feeding of Humans. Aren't these books awesome? And they're all accelerated readers. Okay, so here's how this year's Sunshine State Young Reader Award program works. You read the Sunshine State books, and then you take the AR quiz. You've got to pass it by at least 60% if you want each and every quiz to count towards this great program. When you read one Sunshine State book, you'll get a limited edition bookmark with the unique cover of the first Sunshine State book you read. When you read two Sunshine State books, you'll get a limited edition bookmark and a Sunshine State sticker. When you read three Sunshine State books, you'll get a limited edition bookmark and a Sunshine State brag button. Pretty cool. Plus, reading 3 Sunshine State books means you qualify to vote for your favorite book when the program ends. Remember, your vote counts. When you read and pass an AR quiz on 4 or more Sunshine State books, you'll get 1 or more of these great prizes, including a Sunshine State bookmark, sticker, a free book, the Sunshine State dog tag, and raffle tickets for grand prizes. Want to know more? Just see the prize chart your teacher has for more details. Right here. This is what a super reader is all about. When you read 15 Sunshine State Young Reader Award books, you get a bookmark, a brag button, and a special medal that's given to you on the morning announcements, plus 4 raffle tickets for one of the grand prizes. But the best part is once you read all 15 of the Sunshine State books, you're going to be formally invited to try out for this year's Battle of the Books. This is a special competition where students who've read all the Sunshine State books compete against others on their knowledge of each of the books. It's the coolest competition for book readers ever. All you have to do is read the Sunshine State books, all of them. That means all 15. Let's do this, Perrine Panthers. Okay, you can only check out one Sunshine State book at a time when you visit the library. We've got limited copies. We want to make sure everyone has a chance to check out these great books. So remember, only one Sunshine State book at a time. And you can check out up to 2 regular library books. That's 3 great books you can read. But one rule applies. If you've got any late or overdue books, you can't check out any new books. Teachers, you'll receive a copy of the Sunshine State book poster and the prize chart so your students can see what prizes they'll receive with each book they read and quiz on. Ms. Del Rio will chart the Sunshine State AR quizzes taken by your students and announce their progress weekly on the morning announcements. Prizes earned will be placed in a large envelope and delivered to teacher mailboxes each week. And remember, all of these great Sunshine State Young Reader Award books are accelerated readers. And all who read at least 3 or more will be able to vote for their favorite book in March when the program ends. Remember, your vote counts. We hope everyone has enjoyed this special presentation on the Sunshine State Young Reader Award books. So get busy reading, kids, and enjoy these awesome books. Happy readings, everyone!